Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome to your Aries Full Moon workshop. I think in quintessential Aries fashion, this workshop is going to be short, sweet, and powerful. For me, this feels like a very loud, very obvious full moon with regards to what is culminating or what is being released in terms of a full moon energy. It seems like the victimhood or the excuses or what has been holding you back. And this is something to really sit with. And I'll include this in the questions in the description of this video for you to journal and to sit with. But really reevaluating the past 6 months, because one of the biggest energies that we were working with was that Venus retrograde. That was basically lasted July, August, and September. We're just now coming out of Venus's post retrograde shadows fully in October. And given that we're in Libra season, we're rebalancing the scales. And this is a full moon in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is currently in Libra. So this is actually a really good time just to pull up the chart so I can show you all this in terms of really letting go. So we see that full moon, 6 degrees of Aries, and then we have Mars within a 3-degree orb, a 3-degree conjunction of the South Node. The South Node is all about letting go, releasing what is no longer balanced. So this furthers my point, and what I really feel like is a full release of what is not balanced. And of course, one way to look at this full moon is to see which houses in your chart are ruled by Aries and Libra, number one. Number two, a guest star of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, because over the next few days, we're really going to see the moon interacting that direct square with Pluto and the North Node. So even just showing you this as well. So if we go into Saturday, we see that the Aries moon is conjunct the North Node while making that applied square to Pluto and the opposition to Mars. So really Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are really culminating and integrating power, passion, drive, what no longer brings you power, passion, and drive. Where you are burnt out, that's a very big energy of Pluto. Where you're not feeling inspired, where are you needing to recalibrate so that you have more energy? I was talking to a lot of clients this week, and they were all saying that they've been resting a lot. And then the other energy that's been going with a few of my clients is this like massive expansion where they're traveling and going and getting the coins and investments. So everyone's going to be on a different part of their journey. And I don't want you to think that if you're not seeing a physical expansion yet, that the work isn't working. We have to do the internal shifts first, always. So if you're in a state of rest, healing, reevaluating, that's perfectly okay. And that is what this Mars in Libra is meant to entail. Because once Mars goes into Scorpio, there's going to be a different tone. There's going to be a different vibe. And for me, this is the precursor, the prelude, the trailer, if you will, for what eclipse season is going to bring when we get to October. So this isn't a full moon to glaze over. This isn't one to shy away from the shadows or the fears of being like, no, I'm perfect. Everything is fine. There's likely, especially in the houses ruled by Libra and Aries, parts of yourself that you need to recalibrate, parts of yourself that you need to be honest with and see what is no longer working. And truly, there's always, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, there's the episode where they make over a certain demographic, whether it's moms or teachers or veterans or whatever it is. So I think it was season 5 where they made over veterans or those that worked in the army. And RuPaul asked the one, it's like, oh, like, how's it feeling? And the contestant that got made over said, oh, the pain is real. And RuPaul said, good, that means it's working. If you're feeling a contraction, if you're feeling like maybe you're in a bit of pain, physically, mentally, spiritually, and I'm not condoning pain. However, we need to be pushed out of our comfort zone in order to grow. I literally just came from the gym. And I make a lot of sound effects in my day-to-day life. I think it is because I am an Aries moon. So we were doing legs today, and I was just like screaming at certain points. And I was like, this is so challenging and very hard to keep going. However, when I get compliments on my legs and my booty, that feels good, but I'm not getting those compliments without having gone through a lot of training sessions with my legs. We're having to feel different things to get a different result. And these are just in your day-to-day. So if we're talking about Aries, Libra, even that Pluto and Capricorn, these are all cardinal energies. Cardinal energies in astrology is initiating something new. So there's also likely something that's going to be coming through that is a new way of doing things, a new way of thinking, a new way of spending, a new way of investing for you to shift the scales, to shift the recalibration in your life. And if you've been doing all of this and you're like, Matthew Oliver, I have been doing all the work, I have been shifting, I have been recalibrating, I have been reevaluating, I've been doing the healing, then this full moon is going to be the wrecking ball, this beautiful breaking through of the glass ceiling that you've been wanting, that you have been working for. Truly, remember, we're in Libra season. Libra is represented by the scales, which can represent balance, harmony, justice. But for me, it's rebalancing. So if you've been working, investing, then this side of the scale has to come back and meet you to bring you and to allow all of this overflow, all of these blessings, all what you've been working for to come in. Now, another way we can look at this full moon in Aries is that balance between the masculine and the feminine. So if you've been working, going, have you been prioritizing the rest, the regenerative activities, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, getting coaching, therapy, seeing physical healers to ensure that your body is strong? Remember, Martian energy when we're talking about Aries. In my experience with clients, they go nonstop. They are traveling, they are working, they are taking courses, they are investing into themselves. And it's always a good reminder for myself when I have those types of clients. I'm like, we can pause, we can take time to rest. There's no point burning yourself out or getting sick because your body physically is saying, I don't have any energy, I need to rest. And that can also be the part of yourself that needs to change, is prioritizing the rest, prioritizing a new relationship with your phone so your energy isn't scattered. I always get so many DMs, so many messages when I say this day can be emotionally challenging, or this day, be careful of chaotic energy. And people are like, I wish I would have saw this sooner. We know that being addicted to our phone or going on our phone causes us to be out of equilibrium. So if you are in a beautiful state of mind and you get ding, 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 notification, or someone just texts you something that's out of alignment, it can be from someone that you love, it's likely going to bring you out of alignment or out of the feeling that you're wanting to cultivate for yourself, which takes energy. And also, too, this is the time to reevaluate your relationships because we are in Libra season. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is still technically in her post-retrograde shadows until October 2nd. So which relationships are draining? Which relationships are out of balance? Which relationships make you feel good? Which relationships call you higher? And for me personally, it might be because I am an Aries moon, but I like relationships where it's iron sharpens iron. I love relationships where I'm feeling challenged and inspired. I don't necessarily want to be the smartest or the most talented or the most beautiful. I want my close friendships to inspire me, to help me grow. Because that's, again, when you're working with a trainer, a coach, whomever, mentor, they're going to push you, they're going to challenge you. And so if you're not being challenged, and then you're with certain relationships that just call your energy down because they're out of alignment, well, of course you're exhausted. And this can also be relationships with your job, relationships with clients, relationships with colleagues, relationships with family, relationships with yourself. So that is also going to be something that I want you to reevaluate, is the relationships in your life. And are they bringing you passion and joy? Like Aries energy is so immediate. It's so passionate. It's like, yes, let's go, 0 to 100. Oh, it's really good. Like when it hits, and you just get that instant bolt of enthusiastic energy. But when Aries energy is not amused and not impressed, you will also feel it. One other way that this full moon may manifest for you, like if you've been holding on or needing something, you might get an immediate answer, or you might get an immediate shift in your energy or priorities, or it might just be an immediate download of like, oh, I've been waiting for a sign, I've been waiting for something to put my energy or coins behind. This is what I want to do. So that can also be an energy that you are feeling, that you're not going to be stuck or in a contractive state for much longer. The breakthrough is coming. But again, you have to answer the call. You have to open the door to the blessing. So it's one thing to get the download, but make sure that you're taking the proper steps to take full advantage of that download. And again, you might be getting a download that's going to be taking place in a week or 2 weeks from now. Sometimes the download is just there to inspire you and to say, this blessing is coming, or keep this in the back of your mind because we're preparing you for this. The we being God, Goddess, Source, collective energy, right? One other thing I wanted to mention with this full moon is that I've been feeling like a lot of clients, at least what I've been seeing on my end, are in an expansive state. Now, even just with the astrology, with Venus and Mercury finishing their retrograde, post-retrograde shadows, we're moving forward. As a collective, we are expanding. So people's minds are expanding. People's hearts are expanding. We're in a collective expansion. And I've also been talking to like other healers, light workers, and that this full moon kind of feels like a new moon, where kind of what I mentioned before, it's like a wrecking ball energy for this beautiful expansion to take place. And it's always, like I say, poetic with the astrology, in that we have the moon in Pisces right before this Aries full moon. And the moon in Pisces can always give, in my opinion, sleepy kitty vibes, where you just want to rest and sleep and sleep and sleep. So if you've been sleeping a lot this week, if you've been sleeping a lot last week with that Sun Neptune opposition, trust it's for a reason. Trust that your body needed this rest before you initiate all this change. Remember, Libra, Aries, and Capricorn, where we have a lot of placements right now with this full moon, are our cardinal energies. So again, if you have a lot of cardinal placements in your natal chart, especially in the later degrees, so Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, you're really going to feel the effects of this full moon. And this is just one more reminder before we get to some tarot, is that we're approaching eclipse season, right? The eclipses are happening mid and end of October. So we want to have that ego death. We want to have the contraction. We want to have this final release before this like blank slate, or before a new energy, this new wave of energy comes through. So don't resist it. I do think that with an Aries full moon, it's like a hard break or an immediate shift in your energy. So like I said, if you've been feeling a certain type of way, or been wanting a sign, wanting a shift, wanting a change, that's very, very likely to be happening with this Aries full moon. And if not on the actual day of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially in the house ruled by Aries, like things are going to be shifting. If they already are not, like you might have already been feeling this before or leading up to this full moon. I know I have, definitely. Right. One other thing as well, this just came in. You're wanting to feel the feelings of the new frequency. You want to be feeling the feelings as often as possible. Going back to the gym analogy, if you want to get a bigger booty, bigger arms, bigger chest, tighter waist, whatever it is, you will likely need to go to the gym more, or eat a different diet, or have a different mindset with your body in order to shift your body. If you want to make more money, you either need to call in a higher paying job, you need to work more hours, or maybe you're going to take a course, go back to school to gain more knowledge so you feel more comfortable charging more money. Something needs to change, cardinal energy, for you to receive something different. So be honest with yourself and know what you're wanting to feel, and feel that as often as possible. For me, a very easy way of doing that is music. I just listened to the song right before I filmed this, Power by Little Mix. It's honestly, there's so many lyrics that are related to Aries, and it's like all these beautiful women talking about empowerment, how women have all the power. I'll put a link to the video because the music video is also very appealing and has a very Libra aesthetic as well. I've shared this before, how when I was building Stillwater, I was listening to certain songs for like 30, 40 minutes every single day. I would start my day by attuning myself to a frequency of feeling like a boss, feeling powerful, feeling like everything was working in my favor, until that just became my new frequency. So whether it is listening to music, dressing a certain way, putting yourself in different environments, whether it is a park, whether it's a bougie cafe or a country club, whatever it is, you need to feel the new feeling as often as possible. Just like when you go to a gym and you go often and you're starting to eat differently, you will feel and see the shift in your body. It might not happen after a week. It may not happen after 2 weeks, but it's likely to happen in a month, 2 months, 6 months, or it's not going to be a slog, or it's not going to be challenging to go to the gym because you're now starting to feel the effects. You're feeling healthier. Just like having certain morning routines or evening routines, it doesn't feel challenging. It doesn't feel hard anymore because you've made it a part of your routine. It's easier and easier, and likely you're starting to see the positive results. So you want to do those things. You want to hang around people, environments, and energies that make you feel good. That's when the magic happens, truly. So be honest with yourself and see what excuses you're making as to why you are not attuning yourself to a higher frequency. Most times it's because of work or time or energy fatigue or money or all the above. So knowing that there's always an abundance of energy, time, money, and resources to help you achieve, if that was all possible, exactly the cards, Ace of Wands, there's always these energy and ideas available to you everywhere, every single day. You just have to be open to receive the feminine energy so we can rebalance the energy. Okay, let's see here. Seeing like immediately white rabbits, which is fun. Following the rabbit hole, rabbit trail, or following the rabbit down the hole. Or it could just be prosperity, abundance, fertility. When we're talking about rabbits, for the symbology, good, yes. The cards here, I'll explain that as well, but it's almost like you can't bypass the pain. You can't bypass the healing. So if you're trying to move past this very quickly because it doesn't feel good, it's likely not going to work. And that might also be what's being brought up with this Aries full moon, especially when the moon is conjunct Chiron, making that applying square to Pluto, seeing where you are feeling hurt or triggered and sitting with that, because that could also be the fear that is holding you back from going to the next level. Yeah, because now I'm just seeing like a star rotating, which is nice. So it's like, yeah, we can't bypass the pain. And that was also what I was thinking as well, is that if we're talking about the warrior spirit with this Aries energy, if the warrior has been wounded and needs stitches and needs time to recover, no matter how bad the warrior wants to get back on the battlefield, they need to rest. And if the warrior feels healthy, strong, vibrant, then they need to be in an arena where they can hone their skills. So if you feel like you have this energy, these gifts, these talents, are you in the right arena to sharpen those gifts, those talents, those skills? Or are you not in the right arena? That can be the home, city, work environment, relationship. Be mindful of that. And are you with certain people or environments where you're wanting to sharpen, you're wanting to expand, but they're not in alignment with that expansion? Because then you're wanting to move forward, you're wanting to go, you're ready, you're healed, everything is good to go, but you're not around right energies to make that next step happen. And that can also just be having a conversation to make sure that the people that you are connecting with, the people closest to you, know what your intentions are, know what your goals are, know how you feel, right? Libra is an air sign, a cardinal air sign, initiating the conversation to align yourself with the right goals and passions moving forward. Okay. So we already had that Ace of Wands and Two of Wands. Decisions to be made. We already said this before. It's like, are you going to stay in the victimhood or give power to the excuses or move forward? If you move forward, there's going to be unlimited offers, energies, passions available to you. Now we have the Tower with the Hanged Man. Not surprising. There's going to be shifts that happen. And this is what I was saying before, like we can't bypass the pain. If there are shifts happening, that is okay. They are meant to happen. They are for your highest good. If things are not working out currently, that is for a reason. We cannot get overly irritated, feel the frustration, feel the irritation, but know that it's happening for your highest good. And you might not know what that highest good is right now. You might not know what it is in a month, 2 months, 6 months, but know that if you're being asked to slow down or that it's not your time yet, that it's for a reason. If you feel like things are crumbling, you're not getting what you're wanting, be still. Shut off the screens, go inward into your body, see how you're feeling, what is coming up that needs to come up, that needs to be released or addressed. So you're not repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. Sometimes when you have a Tower moment, it's the universe's way of getting your attention and saying, you are not listening. We need to wake you the fuck up. So that moving forward, you don't keep going through the same cycle again and again and again. So if you're feeling frustrated or there's like this internal or external chaos, you need to be still. It is not your time to move just yet. Now, we also have, oh, pardon me, let's go back. This was the Three of Wands with the Ace of Wands, but we do have the Two of Wands as well. But the Three of Wands with the Ace of Wands is looking ahead. But let's talk about the Two of Wands as well with this, because there's a lot of wands. So it's like Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. So there are choices, there are options to be made. And once you make the option of should I stay, should I go, more resources available to you. And then the Three of Wands is with the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there are a lot of wands. Wands are fire. Hello, Aries full moon. This energy as well, new ideas, new conversations. But with the Page of Swords, and this is beautiful because we just talked about this, they're just learning how to wield that sword. They are just learning how to use that mindset, or maybe use their voice, or use this new idea or talent or creative ability. You're just learning. So do not get frustrated by the lack of progress. Do not get frustrated if you don't succeed right away. If this is something new that feels good for you, keep doing it. We're not just going to plant a seed in the garden and the next day, if the seed has not grown into a full, beautiful bushel of tomatoes, you're not going to uproot the entire seed and burn down the garden. You are going to have faith in the process. You're going to keep watering the seed. You are going to keep going so that in 6 months, you can harvest those tomatoes. A lot of this is there are energies available to you. There are ideas and resources available to you. If things collapse, are not working, be still. Do not get frustrated. Consistently put forth the effort and the energy so that you can look back on this time and say, oh, this was the pattern that I followed and it worked. This is what I invested in and it worked. So that when we get to a similar point in your journey in the future, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, you know what you did. You can use similar steps. You can reverse engineer it, being like, oh yeah, I wanted to receive this. Now I just want to receive it at a higher level. I know what I did. There's something or someone that's not in alignment right now. And that someone could be you, like your mindset. The ego needs to die. That can very much be the Tower, then the Hangman of being still with that change. For some of you, it's a situation outside or just habits that are not working, especially with that Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, Two of Wands. It's like there's something much, much bigger, this massive potential. You just have to decide if you're willing to trust that and look ahead, or if you still want to remain in the past or remain in this current energy, that's okay. But that Ace of Wands energy is always there for you. It's always there for you to take and to grow. All you have to do is ask and trust. Even if it doesn't work immediately, you're recalibrating your mind, your body, your spirit for bigger and better. Okay. So we will end off the workshop with a little meditation. So whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. letting go of the day, relaxing your brow, your jaw, and your shoulders. Breathing in and exhale, giving gratitude to your body, to your nose, your lips, your face, the ability to breathe easily, for the rest of your body that allows you movement, the freedom to move through this physical plane to achieve anything you desire. Breathing in and exhale. Sit with this gratitude for your body for a moment longer. Noticing if any parts of your body are tingling or need a little bit extra love and gratitude. And as you do so, note what part of your body is your favorite. It can be from a beauty or aesthetic point of view. It can be from a functional point of view, or it can just be intuitive. And hone in on that body part. And remember how this part of your body has served you, brought you love, pleasure, strength, power. And deepen that love and that gratitude. So often we just bypass how much our body does for us on a daily basis. The simple freedom it gives us to move at any time. And if you're currently going through pain or illness, this is your opportunity to feel into how you wish your body is going to grow and evolve. Giving that gratitude now, knowing that the right medicine and healers will find you. Breathing in and exhale. Now I want you to see yourself in front of a campfire. You start to hear the crackling of the fire and can feel the warmth on your skin. You can hear waves coming up to the shore behind you. And when you look up, you see the full moon shining in all her glory. Now I want you to remember, over the past 6 months, one of your greatest victories. This could be in relationships, work, health, finances, or just simply a magical day that you got to experience all the beauty and synchronicities of the universe. You don't need to overthink this. Keep that day in your mind's eye, knowing what emotions you felt, what had shifted before to allow this day to happen, and what shifted after this day occurred. Allowing the energy of this day to fill your body. Allowing a smile to cross your lips. Now, I want you to focus on what you're calling in. This can be one thing or this can be multiple things, but ensure that it evokes passion, excitement, desire. Allow this energy to fill your body. Get excited as energy consistently fills your auric field, fills the entire room that you're in, extends all throughout your home or the building that you're in currently. This energy should be infectious, electric, pulsating through your body. Go inward into your heart and see what is coming through for this perfect, beautiful, aligned day that is coming in a future timeline. What does this day consist of? What are you wearing? What does your morning look like? Who is around you when you receive this beautiful, benevolent day? This could be someone currently in your life or someone that you're calling in, a client, a lover, a friend. Maintain that excitement and that passion, knowing that you've already had beautiful, expansive days in your past. Your strength, your power, your knowledge increases every day. So the blessings, the expansion gets to increase in the future. Sitting with this energy, allow yourself to relax a little bit into your body. You can feel the heat of the campfire growing. Notice if there's any resistance in your body, in your mind, or in your spirit. Any outdated narratives, beliefs, stories, or relationships, connections that are no longer aligned, that no longer fit into your life. You notice to the left of you, there is a notebook and a pen. You can write down this outdated belief, fear, relationship. And if you feel called, you can rip that page out of the notebook and throw it into the campfire, releasing this energy from you and your life moving forward. This antiquated energy is no longer serving you at this level. Notice how you feel as you write this down, and if you choose to throw it in the fire. And just sitting here for a moment longer in front of this beautiful fire, allowing the heat, the growth, and the love from these surroundings to embody you. To know that this fire represents your own passion, your own excitement, your own love that you have for your life and your dreams. This fire is always here to support you, here to fuel your dreams, and here to aid in your expansion whenever you need. Slowly coming back to your body. Perhaps giving yourself a hug, further extending that love and gratitude to your physical vessel and for the work we just did today. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, how did that feel? Again, to go back to what we said earlier, if we're wanting a new life, for wanting new energy to manifest. We are wanting to engage in that new feeling as often as possible, knowing that you've already had beautiful, amazing, expansive days. That's the minimum of what you get to experience. It gets to become higher and higher and higher and higher, to the point where you can look back and give gratitude for where you were, but knowing that's now the minimum, or that's not even on your radar anymore. It's like that t-shirt. I use a lot of gym analogies, I understand, but it's the Aries moon, I believe. It's like that one saying that your workout is my warm-up, which can be a little but it's true though, in the sense of challenges and obstacles that used to break a sweat or used to be immensely difficult. You just hop over them. You don't even think twice. They don't give you any stress or anxiety. That's the vibe. That's that Aries Martian warrior spirit, where you know that you're willing to fight for your dreams. You know that no obstacle is too big, that you're always open to more, to higher, to greater. So I'll leave you with that. Also, Spirit was very loud that I host a full moon gathering. So that'll be this upcoming Friday. So depending on when you're watching this, it could be tomorrow or it could be today. So I'll post the link for that in the description of this video. There's only 5 spots available because I want to keep it intimate. And this is just a live session with me. You can ask any question you desire, whether it's about tarot, astrology, or just mindset coaching in general. Everyone will have about 15 minutes if there's time left over. Of course, I'm open to staying, to fielding any additional questions. So if you'd like that as an additional resource, you can hop on there. Of course, feel free to listen to that meditation whenever you need, especially over this weekend as we integrate the full moon activation. And with that, enjoy the activation, the expansion, the passion, the fire, the love. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.